Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Hey, in this video, it's going to be one of those learn from my mistakes kind of things. And that's about what you should bring with you to Cambodia. I wish I would have had a video like this before I left, because I brought a lot of things that I shouldn't have, that were unnecessary, wound up giving them away or getting rid of them altogether. And then some other stuff I wish I would have had the foresight to pack more of. Let's put it that way. And before we get started, I want to remind you that on December 2nd, just about a week away, a few days from when I'm making this video, I have a phone call scheduled with the Social Security office. So hopefully that will help expedite my Social Security benefits, and I should start getting them soon after that phone call, when they can verify whatever they need to verify. But in the meantime, we could really use your help. You can help keep us going. We're almost to the finish line. We can do this, we can finish it. And I have links down below for PayPal or Ko-fi.com if you want to help donate. Every single one is very much appreciated during this time, because I thought I'd have my Social Security by now, and kind of put a jinx in the plans, you know, put a stick in the spokes, so to speak. So it's very much appreciated if you can, and if you want to, those links are down below. And if you're in Cambodia, you can donate directly through Wing. I have instructions in the description on how to do that. It's very easy. No hassle, no problem. And you can also purchase one or more of my books. You want to buy them directly from me in EPUB or PDF form, there's a link down there for that. But if you want to buy them from Amazon, you can get the ebook, paperback, or free. You can read them for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. So if you want to do that, check out those links. All right. Yeah, when I moved here almost 8 years ago, man, I packed a suitcase. When I was at the airport, I actually had to take stuff out of my suitcase because I was over the weight allowance. Because I had no idea what I was going to need, what was going to be available to me, how much I should pack. I brought way too many of my clothes I already had. You know, blue jeans, which I never wore once. All of my t-shirts, or a lot of my t-shirts that I had. But they were all, you know, heavy cotton. And, man, walking around in that is just, whew, you'll be the sweaty person. You'll be the sweaty guy if you're walking around in those, in this kind of weather. And then I brought some stuff with me that I knew I would need at one point or another, but I didn't realize how much of that I would need. So I kind of underpacked some of that stuff. But yeah, I just basically put all my life in a suitcase and a couple of carry-ons, and I could have saved a lot of room and hassle if I would have had this information. When it comes to clothes, really, you do want to bring some with you. But you want to make sure they're breathable and lightweight. Otherwise you will sweat, and you will sweat a lot. It will be miserable trying to get around, you know. You do want shorts, and you also want shirts that cover your shoulders and knees for going to temples and things like that, because that's the required dress code for going into a temple or a wat. They want you to cover up certain parts of your anatomy. So something that covers your shoulders, something that goes down to at least your knees, and things like that. Flip-flops and a good pair of tennis shoes. You're probably going to want to bring those as well. Now, people say, well, can't I just buy all that there? Yes, you can. But with a warning. I am like 5'10", somewhere in there. and I weigh about 170 to 175 pounds, somewhere in there, the last time I weighed myself a few months ago. And I find clothes here all the time. Most of my clothes, all the clothes I have now actually are local, and they fit me well, and I just wear them until they fall apart. But if you're a larger size person, and I mean that either vertically or horizontally, anything much over that range, you're going to have to go to like specialty shops or the expensive places in the mall to find clothes that will fit you. You have any number of tailor shops here that will custom make clothes for you if you want to go that route. But again, that comes at a cost. And the more material they have to use, of course, the more it's going to be. So I would definitely recommend bringing as many breathable, lightweight shirts, maybe a pair of slacks, you know, dress pants or khakis or something, and your own shorts. Underwear and socks, definitely, you can find those here, but they might not be the ones you want or the ones you're familiar with. You know, I wear boxer briefs, or those are my preference, but I have a hard time finding those readily available. I know you can get them here, but, you know, one of those things, it's like, I need some more underwear. You go out and you got to go look for the ones you want. Otherwise, you got to settle for something else. And when it comes to the comfort of your nether regions, I think, you know, you want what's best for you, what's familiar, what brings you the most comfort down there, right? So be sure to bring socks and underwear, 3-4 pair of shorts, 3 or 4 good shirts, and the rest you can figure out once you're here if you want more. Now, you can also, it's the same thing with shoes. You can find tennis shoes here. You can buy flip-flops here. I've never had a problem buying flip-flops. But it's weird because, you know, I know my sizes based on American size charts and things. So like if somebody said, what size shoe do you wear? I'd say 10.5, because that's, I go into a store in the United States and I buy 10.5 pair of shoes. But here it's all metric, and I don't know how to do the conversion, so it's basically you try stuff on until you find the one that fits you the best, that's comfortable for you. So yeah, definitely bring a pair of shoes and flip-flops, at least one good pair of both of those. And again, you can figure the rest out once you're here. Now, toiletries is what I wish I would have brought more of from the United States, because toiletries here can be one of those things where the prices here are more expensive than they are back where you come from. At least when I left 8 years ago. I'm not sure prices now on things, but when I came here, you know, I just had the basics, a basic toiletry kit, you know, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, and unopened bar soap. Now, soap is very inexpensive here. Body soap, you know, bar soap, you know, 50 cents. Any mom and pop store has soap. So that's not a problem. But some of the other stuff can get pretty pricey. You know, for a small little thing of deodorant, it might cost you $4 or $5. Toothpaste and a toothbrush is fairly inexpensive, but I still found, at least like I said 8 years ago, that I could find it cheaper back in the United States. And shampoo is, I think, kind of pricey here for what you get. You know, $6, $7 for a bottle that I could have got for $2 back home, you know, or something like that. So yeah, just be sure to pack extra of those, because the longer you have to wait to purchase those things here, the more money you can save. And that also gives you time to find your way around and know where you want to go buy those things and all that good stuff. Now, something I bought that I would definitely recommend to anybody, I bought a 4-pack of pseudo creme. on eBay before I left. Originally, pseudocreme is made for diaper rash for babies, but I'm telling you, that stuff works wonderfully for all kinds of things. Sunburn, bug bites, little scratches. It helps alleviate a lot of itching that you might get from any of those things or other sources. And it's not meant like as an antiseptic. If you cut yourself, definitely get antiseptic so it doesn't get infected. But it's good to put on there in the meantime. Just something to alleviate some of the itchiness, you know, or the skin irritation. And it worked great. I ran out, I don't know, I think I was here 4 years before I finally ran out of that. And again, it's one of those things, if I wouldn't have packed all them clothes that I didn't need, I probably would have brought more. I probably would have had like another 4-pack at least. You know, and you do want first aid stuff, antiseptic, you know, get a little first aid kit, antiseptic cream, gauze, you know, Band-Aids, stuff like that. Just, you can find those anywhere. Those little personal first aid kits, and put that in your backpack. Because if you don't have all them, like if I didn't have all them clothes, I wouldn't have even needed a suitcase the size I had, and there would have been plenty of room for all of that. And I wish I would have done that, because it will save you money. And if you first get here and you don't know where to go to find all those things, and you need them, then it becomes an issue. And we don't want you to have any issues. We want you to come over here and be happy. And also, don't forget to bring all your documents you're going to need. All of them. If you're not sure if you should need certain documents, just err on the side of caution and bring it with you anyway. Of course, your passport. You also want your country or state ID, depending on which country you come from. If you're going to teach or whatever and you think you might need a background check, just get one before you leave, because getting one over here is going to be much more difficult. So be sure you get all that stuff. You want to be sure you have the clothes you need. You want to be sure you have the comfort you need, but you don't need a lot. You don't have to overpack or overthink it. And if you do all that, you're going to be just fine. And then once everything settles in here, you'll do well. All right, be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said, I have PayPal, Kofi.com, other channels that you want to check out. And from Siem Reap, Cambodia, I will talk to you guys in the next one.